Homage to my Guru, protector Manjushri, who holds to his heart a scriptural text symbolic of his seeing all things as they are. Wisdom shines forth like the sun. Unclouded by the two obscurations, who teaches in 60 ways, with the loving compassion of a parent for her only child. All wanderers caught in the prison of samsara, confused in the darkness of their ignorance, overwhelmed by suffering, use dragon thunder like proclamation of Dharma, rouses us from the stupor of our afflictions and frees us from the iron chains of our karma. Who wields the sword of wisdom, hewing down suffering when its sprouts appear, clearing the darkness of ignorance. Whose princely body is adorned with 112 marks of a Buddha. You completed the stages achieving the highest perfection of a bodhisattva who has been pure from the beginning. I bow down to you, O Manjushri. With all breaths of your wisdom, O compassionate one, illuminate the darkness enclosing my mind, awaken my intelligence and wisdom, so that I may gain insight into Buddha's words and the texts that explain them. This round anointed with perfume In the space of your truth body, from billowing clouds of your wisdom and love, let fall the rain of the profound and extensive Dharma, in whatever form is suitable for subduing sentient beings. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by listening to the Dharma, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by listening to the Dharma, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by listening to the Dharma, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings.
Okay, should I start? No. Okay, starting point. Good morning, and also good evening who are online, whose time may be evening or yeah. And then, so today I will begin with some kind of review that we covered last year, and particularly the, the division called here. I'm using the Tubden Jinpa's translation, so everyone has Tubden Jinpa's translation. Okay, so rebutting, you see, rebutting objections not mentioned in the commentary. Okay, rebutting. So, so this is the division. Okay, rebutting the objections not mentioned in the commentary. In this case, commentary is auto commentary written by Chandrakirti. So in this is about the objections. Okay, the dealing with the objections, which, how to say, raises some kind of questions. Okay, that I think in ornament of clear realizations, okay, there are some different verses. Okay, some of them show that I think the for instance, okay, I will quote, because they have shunned accept of held objects, because they have not shunned concepts of apprehending subjects. Within these two is perfectly encompassed the path of the rhinoceros like. Okay, so this is one verse. Okay, in this verse, okay, this verse, okay, this verse shows that rhinoceros like means here it refers to solitary realizers. Okay, solitary, in this case, solitary realizers. In the, this particular passage shows solitary realizers do not realize the emptiness of inherent existence of consciousness. Okay, whereas they realize the non-existence of external object. Okay, so this is the unique feature of this is, I think, this is shown as unique feature of solitary realizers, which is as treated as superior than hearer and inferior to inferior to great vehicle, Mayanis or Bodhisattvas. Okay, so this particular passage shows that hearers and not only here but particularly solitary realizers. Okay, solitary realizers do not recognize the inherent emptiness of inherent existence of consciousness. Therefore, it also shows that solitary realize in this case, in this case, I think solitary realizers not having realized emptiness of inherent existence of phenomena, emptiness of inherent existence of phenomena. And both subject and object. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So this is one thing. Okay. And then So in this So in this case, I think solitary realizers is indicated as not having realized emptiness of inherent existence of subject and object as well. So this is one thing. And then another thing is that also another verse from ornament of realizations. Because they undermine respectively the three afflictions, knowable and the path. There are the purities, that of the Sharvaka, the rhinoceros, and the Bodhisattvas. So this is one. So and three lines in Tibetan. So this also shows that grasping at inherent existence of I think self and others as subtle, I think, obscuration to omniscience. And also on top of that, I think on top of that, I think afflictive emotions and also the gross level of I think coarse obstruction to omniscience, which in turn I think which should be understood in terms of, I think, in terms of conception, apprehending that subject and object as having conception, apprehending or grasping at grasping at true existence of phenomena. Okay, so these are, how to say, aligned here as aligned as examples of, I think, obstruction to nirvana, and also gross obstructions of obstruction to omniscience, and subtle obstruction to omniscience. Okay, and these three defilements are respectively eradicated by hearers, solitary realizers, and bodhisattvas. Okay, so therefore, in this case, so therefore, in this, with regard to this particular passage, okay, hearers and solitary realizers are not indicated as who have attained, I think, as who have attained realization of emptiness of true existence. Okay, so these are just, I mean, just two such cases within ornament of realizations. Okay, so there are more. Okay, there are more. I think, different passages within the ornament of realizations, indicating that solitary realizers and hearers do not also realize emptiness of true existence, and also they do not habituate themselves to the notion of emptiness of true existence. Okay, so okay, and then I think, okay, so okay, then okay, and then so here I think we have I think here we have another word. I think, where is this? Another verse. Okay. Okay. Because no differentiations. Okay. Because no differentiations exist in the ultimate expanse, distinctness of lineages cannot be sustained. Due to particularities of the supported attributes, distinctions are spoken of in relation to it. Okay, this is the one verse. So in this case, okay, this particular passage shows that solitary realizers as well as hearers do recognize, or do, I think, realize or cognize the emptiness of true existence, emptiness of inherent existence. Okay, in this case, yeah. Okay, so emptiness of true existence as well as in, yeah, you can say both. Okay, and then okay. 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 So there are two different versions. Okay, I think I will read this. I'm reading this. Okay. Understood thus. Okay. Even some Pratyaga Buddhas have realized the truth of suchness. Therefore, it is not the case that Pratyaga Buddhas are uniformly incapable of eliminating clinging to true existence of consciousness. Okay. Some Pratyagas, some Pratyaga Buddhas, solitary realizers, have realized the truth of suchness. Therefore, it is not the case that Pratyaga Buddhas are uniformly incapable of eliminating clinging to true existence of consciousness. Okay. consciousness, okay. And then we also need to distinguish between two kinds of sharvakas, those who have realized suchness and those who have not. So the ornament of realizations mentions two kinds of Hinayana practitioners. Therefore, when it comes to grasping at the true existence of subject and object as substantially distinct, we must identify two types, one that constitutes the subtle obscuration to knowledge and one that does not, okay. So here, okay, very quite often, okay, why? Okay, within, okay, if you, okay, how to say, how to say, if you how to say, compare, I think, if you compare the ratio between, I think, hearers and soul realizers who have realized emptiness of inherent existence and who do not. So there are a lot more, okay, there are a lot more, I think, hearers and soul realizers who do not, how to say, who do not ascertain, I think, emptiness of inherent existence. So therefore, from time to time, from time to time, Buddha Shakyamuni as well as Maitreya, okay, their texts such as, ornamental realizations, and also continuum of sublime continuum, I think, sublime continuum, Gyulama independent, okay. It mentions that there mentions about that mentions that indicating, okay, that conception grasping at true existence of phenomena as subtle obscuration to omniscience, and thus, okay, hearers and so to realizers do not, how to say, pursue, I think, the emptiness of inherent existence as, how to say, their main, how to say, remedy to cure their samsaric disease or samsaric nature of samsaric problematic nature, okay. Okay, so this, we should understand this, okay. So, okay, why? Maitreya says such contradictory statement, made such contradictory statements. On one hand, he's saying in his ornament of realizations that because no differentiations extend in the ultimate experience, distinctness of lineages cannot be sustained due to particularities of subjective attributes. Distinction is spoken of in relation to it. Okay, this is one. Then on the other hand, he also, how to say, says that because they have shunned concept of held objects, because they have not shunned concept of apprehending subjects, within these two is perfectly encompassed the path of the rhinoceros life. Okay, and that not only that, but also because they undermine respectively the three afflictions, knowable and the path. They are the purities, that of the Sravaka, the rhinoceros, and the Bodhisattva. Okay, so these are not contradictory. Okay, contradictory. Actually, these are, how to say, put, I think, into one text, into one, how to say, large text, according to the needs of, okay, the receptacles. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So this is the one thing. Okay. And then, okay. Okay. See. Okay. So here, okay. So here, lineage cannot, distinctness of lineages cannot be sustained. Okay. In this case, lineages refers to the natural lineage. We have two different lineages: the natural lineage of natural Buddha lineage and the compounded Buddha lineage, or you can say Gengyur-giri in Tibetan. Gengyur-giri means that the lineage that eventually, or that is subject to change into Buddhahood. This is especially mentioned in Maitreya's Gyulama, sublime of continuum of sublime continuum, I think. Sublime continuum. Okay, and then so here subordinate attributes. Here subordinate attributes refers to path. Okay, path, the path of hearers, path of solitary realizers, path of bodhisattvas. Okay, so supported tembe chugijida in Tibetan, tembe chugijida, supported, not phenomena, I think, phenomena, supported phenomena, I think. Distinctions are spoken of in relation to it. Okay. So, okay, then in this case, okay, I need to touch on this. This is a little bit tough. I'm going to read this. Therefore, when it comes to grasping at the true existence of subject and object as substantially distinct. Okay. In Tibetan, we have this. I will read this in Tibetan. Okay. That means, I think, when it comes to grasping at the true existence of subject and object as substantially distinct, okay. So this could be construed in two ways, I think. One is, I think, already mentioned in I think what is called Shangshung Wawan Thakpa in his writing, in his text, I think. In his text, okay. The text is called the text is okay. The text is that particular text. Okay, is particularly, how to say, meant to mention that the ultimate thought of ornament of realizations, okay, is that of, I think, ultimate, I think, let me say this, very simple. The ultimate thought, okay, the ultimate thought of ornament of realizations is that of Prasangiga Madhyamagas, okay, viewpoint. Yeah, okay. So in his text, he says that, I think, two types, okay. Therefore, when it comes to grasping at the true existence of subject and object as substance, we must identify two types, okay. One that constitutes the subtle obscuration. So in the original text, there's no subtle, okay. In Uma Gomara saying, there's no subtle. One that constitutes the obscuration to knowledge, and one that does not, okay. That's the, I think, that is what Tsongkhapa says in his, okay, in his comparative, okay, yeah. Okay. 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 constitutes obscuration. So now I'm using here. Okay. So the meaning is that okay. Gongba Ravse, okay. Ravse is, what is this? Gongba is thought. Ravse, Ravse. Illuminate, okay. I'm trying to illumination of the thought, okay. Illuminating the intent, okay. Thought, okay. Illumination of the thought. So, okay, here. So here, okay. The one that can, okay. Grasping at the true existence of subject and object as substantially distinct. Okay, here it is. So this is, I think, okay, I think very accurate translation. I feel okay. So when it comes to okay, grasping, 80 page, 80 Tibetan 80. Okay, 105. Okay, obscuration. Okay, so when it comes to grasping at the true existence of subject and object, that's substantially distinct. Okay, so here, when the terminology is substantially distinct. Okay, substantially distinct. Okay. It could mean just substantially distinct. It could also mean that they are different in substance, or they're functionally different. Functionally different entities. That is one meaning. Another meaning is substantially distinct is just, substantially is as opposed to nominally or imputedly. Okay, so just opposite of imputedly existent substance, because this term is utilized in the context of functional thing by Tsongkhapa himself. For instance, in his Devashita as conjoined for commentaries, and also his eloquent speech of essence of eloquent speech. Okay, so therefore it could mean functionally two different things, and also substantially distinct also means could mean okay, as opposed to as an opposite true, imputedly existent. Okay, so either one is fine. Okay, you are free to, you are free. Either one is correct. Okay, so therefore, okay, subtle is a little bit, we should not put word subtle here. Okay, because in the original text, illumination of thought, in original text, there's no subtle. Okay, so therefore, subtle can be omitted, and also you can put okay. Okay, so therefore, okay. Now I should say true. Okay, subject and object as substantially distinct. Okay, when we say this. Okay, so in this case, if you take this okay as the meaning of to say the direct opposite of nominally existent or imputedly existent, and then what could it mean? Okay, by saying grasping at the true existence of subject and object as substantially distinct. Okay, that means okay. Okay, that means when you that just mean, I think that just mean okay, the subject and grasping at subject and object as inherently different. Okay, the subject is subject as inherently different from the object as inherently different from the subject. Yeah, that's the meaning. Okay, so therefore two types. Okay, two types meaning therefore. Okay, so if that is the case, the subject which is the grasping, the conception which grasp at the subject as being inherently different from the object, as I think as a subtle obscuration to omniscience. Okay, so that is the meaning. Okay, okay. Let me rearrange this. Okay, again. The true existence of subject and object, okay, as substantially distinct. Okay, in this case, the conception. Okay, conception that grasp at subject as inherently different from object, and also grasp at object as inherently different from subject. Okay, so that is the meaning. Okay, if or in the case we take in the case of, if we take the substantially distinct as the meaning of the opposite, the opposite of nominally existent or imputedly existent. Okay, so in this case, okay, if in the case taking the substantially distinct as opposed to I think as opposed to I think imputedly existent. Okay, then I think grasping at the true existence of such an object as such a distinct could mean grasping at the true existence of subject and object as mean. Okay, grasping at as subject, I think, as truly existent, truly different from object. Okay, and also grasping at object as truly different from subject. Okay, it could mean that. Okay, so if that is the case, okay, if that is the case, there are many meaning. Okay, how to say, Buddhist schools. I think, yeah, there are many among Buddhist school, I think, who, how to say, who posit or, yeah, who posit, who, how to say, claim or assert, I think, assert that that conception, grasping at subject as truly different from object, as a subtle obscuration to omniscience. Okay, so that is the one thing. Okay, two types mean. Okay, I have two types. Okay, there's a subtle obscuration to knowledge. One, two. Okay, so okay, and then okay, and then the other one is on the other hand. Okay, according to Prasangika Madhyamika viewpoint, the conception grasping at subject as truly existence, truly different from object is not an obscuration to omniscience. Okay, so this is the one thing, and then the other thing is that just functionally different thing. Functionally different. If that is no, I think. Oh, I need to. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm. I need to say this. Okay. So okay, basically there are two. Okay. One constitutes sort of okay obscuration to knowledge, and one that does not. Okay. So I think I think I just said that I didn't want to say. Okay. I made a mistake. Maybe you may not notice. Okay. See that here. Okay. Let me say this again. Finally, I will get to what I wanted to say. Therefore, okay, when it comes to grasping at the true existence of subject and object as substantially distinct, okay, substantially distinct, okay, has two meanings. That is clear. Okay. The one is functionally distinct. The other one is the opposite of imputedly existent. Okay. So functionally, okay, functionally distinct. Okay. Functionally distinct means separate entities, functionally separate entities. Okay. Functionally separate entities. Okay. So in this case, okay, in reality, there are functionally separate entities, subject and object. For instance, form and I consciousness, which perceives form, are different entities. Okay. Different entities. Okay. So, okay. So therefore, okay, substantially distinct in this case, if you how to say, construe it as functionally distinct, okay, then the grasping at true existence of subject and object as substantially distinct means okay, means I think means I think grasping at subject as different, grasping at subject as different, as truly different, I think, as truly different from object. Okay, so that's the meaning. Okay, okay, and also grasping at the object as truly different from subject. Okay, so that is the meaning. And then if you take the meaning as the opposite to the meaning, if you take the substantial distinct, okay, that if you take the meaning of substantial distinct here as the opposite to I think, opposite to imputedly existent, okay, then it could mean that, okay, just okay, 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 I think substantial no very okay. When it comes to okay, grasping at the true existence of subject and object as substantially distinct, okay, substantially distinct, okay, here, okay, 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 I think okay, okay, as opposed to, okay, as opposed to, okay, okay, then it just mean okay, it just mean okay, grasping at subject and object as substantially different. Okay. Okay. Now finally I could say this. Okay. So okay, substantially distinct. Okay. It could mean two. It could imply two meanings. Okay. The both meaning are correct. So if you take this meaning as directly opposed to imputedly existent, okay, then it could mean grasp at the true existence of subject and object, distinct mean just conception, just means a conception which grasp the subject and object as substantially distinct or different entity, okay, different entities, okay. Okay, different entities. Interpreting zeta and mota interpreting, okay. Mota and zeta, we say. In terms of, for instance, okay, the form and I sense consciousness, okay. The form and I sense consciousness are regarded as some entity in accordance with Chidamatan viewpoint, or as well as Yogacara Madhyamaga. So here, okay, I think just only, yeah, okay, I think. So, okay. So, yeah, I think, okay. Yeah, okay. Is that clear? Okay. Substantially distinct, okay. So, as opposed to, okay. As opposed, yeah, okay. I think this should be okay. Therefore, when it comes to grasping at the true existence of subject and object as substantially distinct, okay. Okay, we must identify two types. One that constitutes the subtle obscuration to knowledge, and one that does not. So here we must identify two types, means that here there are two types with respect to I think with respect to lower, what do we say? With respect to, I think, lower vehicle, I think, practitioners of lower vehicle, I think, with respect to practitioners of lower vehicle, okay. The two types are that. The practitioners of lower vehicle, who can, I think, eradicate, I think, conception grasping at true existence of consciousness, and also, yeah, and I think, and who are not able to, I think, eradicate conception of grasping at inherent existence of consciousness. So therefore, I think, when it comes to grasping, okay, at the true existence of subject and object as substantial existence, we must identify two types, means that, okay, there are two types of solitary realizers, okay. We must, I don't know, the two types, I think. Two types meaning here, two types, I think. One that constitutes the subtle obscuration to knowledge, and one that does not, okay. See, okay. So one that constitutes the obscuration to knowledge, and that does not, okay. One that constitutes the subtle obscuration here means that according to yeah, I think is I think is I think according to the mentions, I think is according to it accords, I think, with the passages from ornamental realizations stating that because they have shunned concepts of all held object, because they have not shunned concepts of abandoned subjects, and also because they undermine respectively the three affections and so on and so forth. Okay, and then okay, and if you how to say okay gross, I think if you know okay then if you if you in I think it's in terms of I think subtle obscuration to omniscience. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And also in terms of gross obscuration to omniscience. True. Yeah. It can be mean. It can be meant both both ways. Subtle obscuration to or gross obscuration to omniscience. Okay. Depending on how you take the meaning of the paragraph saying that when it comes to grasping at the true existence of subject and object as substantially distinct. Okay, that paragraph. Okay. Okay, I think this is okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think it is taking so much time here. Very short one. Okay. Yeah. So okay. Basically, I'm saying okay. I think okay. I think okay. Now this will leave that. Yeah, I'm saying that within the text, within ornament of clear realizations, it is mentioned that there are two kinds of Hinayana practitioners. Okay, Hinayana practitioner who has achieved wisdom realizing emptiness, and who do not achieve. Okay. So therefore, okay, since that is the case, okay, we can conclude that okay, we can conclude that conception grasping at the true existence of subject and object as substantially distinct can be understood as a gross obscuration to knowledge or subtle obscuration to knowledge according to, I think, according to according to the passages we have, already covered, the passages from ornamental realizations. Okay. So one that does not see, one that constitute obscuration to knowledge, according to some passages from ornamental realizations, and according to some passages from ornamental realizations, this particular conception does not constitute an obscuration to omniscience. Okay, so this is two kinds. Okay, so this is two kinds of two ways of describing such two ways of describing conception grasping at true existence subject and object as substantially distinct, even according to the passages within the ornament of realizations. Okay. Okay, now we jump. So now here, okay. The reason the ornament of realizations presents the knowledge of the path pertaining to the paths of Sravaka and Pradhyaka Buddha is to help sustain those who possesses the lineage of Sravaka and Pradhyaka Buddha. Okay, and among Hinayana practitioners, there are those who are suitable receptacles for profound emptiness and those who are not, since the latter is the majority. This is very important, I think, even in today's time. When we look at the historical account, Buddhists and non-Buddhists are majority. We are majority, I think. And then within the Buddhists who are well versed in tenet systems and who are sort of ignorant about the content of Buddha's teachings. They are, the majority where I think the majority was ignorant. Okay, and then within the tenet systems, Vaibhashika, Sodrantika, and Chidarmatrins, and then Madhyamaka. The Madhyamika are fewer, okay, fewer. And then within the Madhyamika, Prasangika is fewer, okay. That is, actual account. And also, so therefore, when it comes to teaching, sharing Mahayana teaching with their receptacles, their students, the most of the time, or periodically, Buddha or the past gurus, okay, mentioned okay, or mentioned the Vaibhashika viewpoint and Sodrantika viewpoints, okay. Sodrantika viewpoints and also Chidamadhyana viewpoints, okay. This is very important, okay. So some in times people who are not suited, who actually do not suit to okay, Prasangika Madhyamika viewpoints, but they just jump over to it and jump over to it, I think, to, you know, to try to digest it, I think, or to try to, how to say, understand it, and also, and based on, to try to understand it and meditate on it. Okay, so most of the time, it turns out that they do not work out, or they do not get the result, the intended result. Okay, because because I think because the path they are pursuing is not suitable to themselves. Okay, so that's the one thing. Okay, so in Tibetan, and also Tsongkhapa also mentions this in his text. Rangi Omboda Masamba is not suitable to even though the subject is very profound and very expeditious, or to achieve Buddhahood, or covers the skillful means and wisdom sides that would lead the practitioners to Buddhahood very fast. And they, you know, jump over to it because they want to become Buddha, achieve Buddha very, you know, in a very short time. And also they want to perfect their practice in a short period of time. So in such case, I think the higher philosophical aspects are not suitable. Okay, even though they are very attractive to such people. Okay, so this is, you know, when we are talking about this is very down to earth, very practical. So, you know, when you compare the amount, of, you know, I think, people or persons who have gained wisdom realizing emptiness and who do not. Okay, so so this is, I think, important for us to, how to say, remember. Knowledge about pertaining to the paths of Saraga and Pratyagya Buddha is to help sustain those who possesses the lineages of Saraga. Here, possesses is a little bit awkward. In Tibetan, what is Nyarangi Rikchen? Rikchen does not necessarily mean possess. Person, okay, sustain those who how to say, who is likely, or whose mental attitude is more inclined, okay, to the Sharvaga and to the Nirvana, Sharvaga's Nirvana, how does it change the internet? The Nirvana, the remember, okay. Hinayana's Nirvana, okay. Nirvana of Hinayana, or Hinayana's Nirvana, okay. Inclined to, okay. So, okay. Among Hinayana practitioners, there are those who are suitable receptacles for profound emptiness, and those who are not. Since the latter is the majority, most persons ornament of realization mostly presents their paths. Okay. Just as one finds among followers of great vehicles, those who will not discover the Madhyamaka view unless they are first led through the Chittamatra view. This is true also among Padyagya Buddhas, and it appears, no, intervention. It appears to be true also. That means it is true. It is true also among the Shavakas. In English, appears means maybe not true, maybe true, but in Tibetan, it is true. Yeah, same, because everything is existence as appears, merely appears, existence as merely appears. Now some appears solely or solely appears, or merely appears, mere appearance, or mere appearance, merely appears. Okay. Okay. So here, led through the children mother view. Okay, this is very important. Led through. Okay, just as the one finds among great beggars those who will not discover the Madhyamika view unless they are first led through the children mother view. Okay, and this is true also among Pratyagya Buddhas. Okay, Pratyagya Buddha, when it comes to Pratyagya Buddhas, solitary realizers, many of them sick, I think. Sick, I think. Chidamata we point at first, and then later on, they will, I think, they will, later on, they will, how to say, ascertain the viewpoints of Madhyamika. And just as it is the, I think, as is the case with, I think, solitary realizers, it is also with the case of hearers. Okay. The hearers, in this case, hearers. Okay, hearers also, in order for hearers to realize the emptiness of inherent existence, the many of the hearers first seek the understanding of Chidamata viewpoints. Okay, so these are very helpful. Okay, so therefore, these are like steps, or how to say, steps, or the Vaivashika, the first Vaivashika, then Dodeva intervention. So Trantika, I think. So Trantika, okay, the second one, and then Chidramadin, third one, and then the fourth, within the fourth, there are two. So then Trika and Prasangika Madhyamikas. Okay, so these are, kind of aligned for general aspirants, I think. Aligned for the benefit of most of the general aspirants. Okay. And not only but also if you if someone is suitable to understand the emptiness of inherent existence, okay, right from the beginning, okay, it is also very helpful for them to understand and to study Vaivashika and also the Tantrika and Chidramadin's viewpoints, okay, because they will enrich your own understanding of the emptiness of inherent existence. And not only that, but also enrich your understanding of skillful means, okay. And then, okay, these are okay. Now we will, therefore, okay, I need to read fast. Therefore, there's no contradiction between the tradition of Chandrakriti and the ornament of realizations. Okay, have you seen this? Therefore, okay, I just skip one. Furthermore, in both light on professional wisdom, I can read this. Professional wisdom, 25,000 lines as well as expression on 8,000 line professional wisdom to substantiate the point that the ultimate expense is defined as the lineage of all three vehicles. They cite the statement that all areas are defined in terms of the unconditioned alone. Okay. So this is one thing. Light on, okay. So there are two texts, okay. In both light on professional wisdom in 25,000 lines as well as expression 8,000 line professional wisdom, okay. To substantiate, to prove, I think, the point that the ultimate expense is defined as the lineage of, is defined. Okay, but in this case, Chi is ultimate expense. It just means the emptiness of mind. Okay. Regarded or established or set up as the lineage of all three vehicles. Or in other words, Jogpa means here, in this case, the lineage of all three vehicles, in this case, the natural lineage of all three vehicles are assigned as an emptiness, okay, as an emptiness of inherent existence. That's the meaning. They cite the statement that all ayas are defined in terms of the unconditioned alone. In the Diamond Cutter Sutra, the line, because aya persons are defined in terms of the unconditioned alone, is presented as a substantiation of the statement. Neither the attributes of the Buddha exist, nor all the teachings he has revealed. This means that all the ayas of the Hinayana and Mahayana are defined on the basis of actualizing the conditioned, the unconditioned, the ultimate truth, which is the non-existence of all phenomena on the ultimate level. Okay, so, okay, now, in order to prove, I think, in order to prove the natural lineage, in order to prove that natural lineage must be an emptiness of inherent existence. This Arya, this in Tibetan with Papa Twelde. What is this? Arya something. Arya Vimuktasana. Arya Vimuktasana. Okay, quoted a passage from Diamond Cutter Sutra. Okay, which says, because Arya persons are defined in terms of the unconditional, means that they are defined. They are established by way of achieving direct perception of emptiness of inherent existence, or emptiness of true existence in this case. Okay. 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 Therefore, okay. Therefore, there's no contradiction between this tradition of Chandrakriti and the ornament of, not only not having contradiction between the tradition of Chandrakriti and the ornament of realizations, but also they are the same. They are same. Okay. The tradition of ornament of realization is the tradition of Chandrakriti. The tradition of Chandrakriti is also the tradition of ornament of realization. This is the main point here. Then, so even according to the tradition of the commentators on the ornament, such as Vimuktisena and also Haribhadra mentioned about, okay, we should understand there are to be two types, okay. There are two types means that, two types means among Sharvakas and Pratyaga Buddhas. So heroes and soldiers, among the heroes and soldiers realize this. There are two types as to having realization of emptiness and not having achieved wisdom realizing emptiness. I could elaborate. No, I think enough. Enough elaboration. I think enough elaboration. I could elaborate further. I don't think so. 这边超过，是吧？80遍的第几是吧？这超嘛是吧？这遍80遍，这那第四个是吧？Elaboration is enough. So the Simba said, I could elaborate further. Yes, Tsongkhapa, you could. But you should not. Okay. Now I think we will come to here, the first ground. The quality that comes to be superior on the first ground. I think we should start from this. This is the point where we should be studying. Okay. The quality that comes to be superior on the first ground. This has four parts. The generosity of one abandon on the first ground, the generosity of the lower stations here. Lower stations, I think lower station in this case, 10 member in Tibetan, okay, 10 member. That means non-Bodhisattvas. Non-Bodhisattvas, okay. And the generosity of Bodhisattvas and the divisions of the perfection of generosity. The generosity of one abandon on the first ground, okay. So here, this the passage at this point, okay, I think this passage is talking about the generosity of one abandon on the first ground. At this point, the first cause of full awakening, the perfection of generosity, becomes preeminent, committed to giving away even his very flesh. Giving becomes a sign to infer his unseen qualities. At this point, I think, when the ground of perfect joy is attained, this is the how to say, commentary, okay, Tsongkhapa's commentary of this passage. At this point, when the ground of perfect joy is attained, it is the perfection of generosity alone among the 10 perfections that becomes preeminent for that bodhisattva. It is not the case, however, that he does not possess the other perfections. Okay, so here, okay, in this preeminent, okay, preeminent, superior, okay, among the 10 paramitas, 10 perfections, generosity becomes superior on the first ground. But okay, it is not the case, okay. It is not the case, however, that he does not possess the other perfections. This supermundane perfection of generosity is also the first cause of full awakening. This is, of course, to be understood in terms of the supermundane level of, no, we don't need to say of generosity. Supermundane level or supermundane path would be okay. So here, okay, look at the passage. giving becomes the sign. No. At this point, the first cause of full awakening. Okay. At this point, the first cause of full awakening, the perfection of generosity. Okay. So perfection of generosity is regarded as the first cause of full awakening here. Okay. The meaning is that if you said the perfection of generosity is the first cause of full awakening, literally, no. Okay. Prior to that, there are many causes of full awakening. Okay. So therefore, in this case, saying the first cause of full awakening, the perfection of generosity, refers, in this case, I think the perfection of generosity is it must be understood in terms of as a supermundane path. Okay. In terms of being a supermundane path. Okay. When you said the supermundane path, okay. Supermundane path, then generosity, the superior generosity is the first cause of full awakening in terms of or in the perspective of, I think, in the perspective of a supermundane path. Okay. 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 Yeah, I think one to say means that. Is that clear? I think I don't. Yeah, supermundane perfection is also the first cause of full awakening. This is, of course, to be understood in terms of the supermundane path. Okay, supermundane. In terms of supermundane path, the superior generosity is the first cause of full awakening. Okay, that is right. Although generally the subsequent perfection is superior to the one that precedes it, generosity is described as superior here because the power to practice generosity is on this ground excels to an extent that is not the case for morality and so on. Morality and tolerance, patience, and effort, and so on. On the first ground, the Bodhisattva is capable of engaging in such acts of generosity as giving away his body and external belongings without the slightest glimmer of, I think glimmer, we don't need, without the slightest attachment of possessiveness that undermine the perfection of generosity. Without the slightest attachment of possessiveness that undermine the perfection of generosity. Okay. So here we should, I think, we should how to so kind of prioritize some points. See here, with respect to what, when we say with respect to 4 destroyers, okay, hero 4 destroyers, solitary realizer 4 destroyers, okay. In the case of, in the case of solitary realizer 4 destroyers and hero 4 Hinayana, okay, Hinayana 4 destroyers. Hinayanic 4 destroyers, okay. I don't know how to say. In the case of, in the case of 4 destroyers, in the case of, okay, in the case of Hinayana, okay, I will say, hearer and solitary realizer for destroyers. Okay, in the case of hearer and solitary realizer for destroyers, there's no the slightest the attachment of possessiveness, okay, that undermine the preparation generosity. Okay, so this is not, so therefore the not having slightest attachment of possessiveness that undermine the preparation with generosity is not unique to the Bodhisattvas on the first ground, and Bodhisattvas on the first ground and above. Okay, so therefore we need to put some more feature onto it, I think. See, and capable of engaging, okay, capability of engaging in such acts of generosity as giving away his body and external belongings. This is the particular thing. This is unique feature to Bodhisattvas and the practitioner of Mahayana, great vehicle. So yeah, okay. So the both, yeah, we need to is the case to act generous on this ground excels to an extent that is not the case for morality and so on. That is the one thing. Okay, excels to an extent that what is this? Capability of engaging in such acts of generosity as giving away his body and external belongings, and also not only that, but also the virtuous actions accumulated in 3 times the past, future, and present. Okay, so the combination of these 2 things becomes unique. Okay, unique to persons who have trained in Bodhisattva way of life. Okay, now he is, however, not yet capable of engaging in the moral act that never engaged in, even in dreams, in moral acts, which are the forces contrary to discipline, a capacity he will attain on the second ground. So here, okay, contrary to discipline, okay, normally in Tsuchel in Tibetan, contrary to discipline, immoral acts. In this case, immoral acts, which are the forces contrary to discipline, refers not only to non-virtuous activities, but also the ethical downfalls. That is a transgression of vows, Bodhisattva vows. Okay, maybe we should stop here. We should be. Shall we stop here? Okay.
Spiritual teachers who lead me on the sacred path, and all spiritual friends who practice it have long life. May I pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. Grant such inspiration, I pray. May the lives of the venerable spiritual mentors be stable, and their virtuous actions spread in the 10 directions. May the light of wholesome's teachings dispelling the darkness of the beings in the 3 worlds always increase. Idam Guru Rana Mandala Kamdirya Tayami Due to this merit, may we soon attain the awakened state of Guru Buddha, that we may be able to liberate all sentient beings from their suffering. May the precious Bodhi mind, not yet born, arise and grow. May that born have no decline, but increase forevermore. In the snowy mountain pure land, you're the source of good and happiness. Powerful Tenzing Gyatso Chenrezi, may you stay until samsara ends.